even feel like putting on no shirt, so y'all just gonna have to get what it is. I'm so sorry. Hey y'all, it's Jimmy P. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and go ahead and follow me on all my social medias at JIMIP_. Okay. Alright y'all, so I have my top 8 tips on how to move out on your own, like first time moving out, tips and advice for you guys. But let's just get right into it, alright? Number 1, before you want to do anything, as soon as you get that thought into your head, like, alright, I want to move, like I want to be on my own, you need to plan out everything. And the number 1 thing you need to plan out is your budget. So I suggest getting a little book and just start planning out everything, planning out like everything that you want to do, right? So first off, plan out your budget. And if you see me looking down, because I got my little notes right here for y'all, okay? So first, what you want to do based off of like your job already, you want to figure out how much you can afford for like your monthly rent, okay? And when you plan out your budget, don't just put in just your rent. Like you need to factor in everything else that comes with having an apartment on your own, including the bills that you already pay when you live, like if you live with your parents or something like that, including those bills as well. You need to factor in your rent, you need to factor in water if it's not already included in your rent. You need to factor in the gas and electric, cable and internet if you feel like it's necessary to have cable and internet. You need to factor in like transportation. So if your parents' house is like closer to your job, like 15 minutes, and then where you move at is like 30 minutes away from your job, you need to factor in, like, you know, now you got to add a little bit more money to your gas tank. You need to factor in, like, if you have a car payment, you need to factor in how much your car payment is going to be on top of the rent and everything else. You need to factor in your car insurance if you're paying that. Once you factor that all in, and let's just say you factor in everything and you can afford $800 worth of rent every month, okay? $800 just for rent. So that's not including water, that's not including the gas and electric, you know, just base rent, okay? So that's when you start beginning your search. So let me tell you, this is tip number 2. When you start beginning your search, don't go looking for places that says, oh, $800 worth of rent every month, because they'll add on taxes and everything. So, like, my rent is $795, but after taxes, after just garbage disposal fee, after the water, it comes up to $833 every month. So when you go and you start searching for your apartment and you say your base is $800, start looking at places at $750. Unless you're okay with paying, like, you know, your rent being base $800 plus the taxes and everything, like $850, $860. If you're okay with that, then go ahead, girl. With the beginning of your search, do not jump on the first apartment you see. Like the first apartment is like your first apartment you see, it's like it's everything besides your parent house. So you like, oh my God, this is it. This ain't it, sis. It's so many more apartments out here, especially depending on the city that you're in, the state that you're in. Like Atlanta, where I'm at right now, is so many apartments, y'all. Oh my God, it's so many apartments. You need to really look around. Look in areas first. So it's like section off an area and then start looking at those apartments. Section off another area, start looking at those apartments. Do it like that because that's so much more easier. You can keep track of the apartments you already went to. You can start checking off your list. And that just goes into it. Make sure you make a list. Like, get a book and really start like writing the names down, write the phone number down. Right, like, was it good, was it bad, how far away, how much was the rent, like all of that stuff, how much was the application fee, like, you know, list all that stuff down. So when you sit back at home and you went over all the apartments and everything, you can be like, okay, I remember this apartment, I didn't like this one because this didn't have this, I didn't like this one because this didn't have this, I love this one because this one was cheap and it was closer to my job. You know, you can start crossing stuff off, you can start checking stuff and everything like that. You go on the website, you need to check the income requirements because that's really important. The income is basically like the most I've seen is like 2 to 3 times more of the rent. You have to make 2 to 3 times more than the rent. So let's say that your rent is $800. Basically multiply 800 times 2 or 800 times 3, and that's how much you need to make before taxes Yeah, how much you need to make before taxes on your pay stub, basically. So if you get paid weekly, you need 4 pay stubs. If you get paid bi-weekly, you need 2 pay stubs. And that determines if your income qualifies. Yeah, so if you know, you like shy like $400 something like that off of it, you need to pick up some extra shifts, baby. So when you pick up them extra shifts, take them last pay stubs and go apply right away, okay? That's what you need to do. When you get down to the nitty gritty and you start choosing between 2 to 3 apartments, or like 3, 4, 5 apartments, you need to check them out at night, check them out during the day, check them out during school time, check them out during the weekends, because you want to see what you'll be living in. Some places may look good in the daytime, but once the office closes and everything, you know, the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Yeah, the hood people come out at night too, the killers and the robbers and everything. Make sure you look at the reviews too, because when you look at the reviews, if you see too many reviews back to back, like, oh my god, roaches, something like that, mice, shooting, like, you need to double take. You need to like, we want to try the next door, because yeah, see like one of them say, oh, we had roaches, but nobody else said it. Don't listen to them. They was just dirty and they trying to get them to have a bad review. Like, people really do be lying on the reviews. But if it's like 5 people back to back saying the same thing, then you need to take it serious, okay? I recommend saving 2 months to 2 to 3 months worth of rent, plus your security deposit. So you need to understand that when you're moving out, you're not just paying your rent. You need to pay your security deposit as well. So some gas and electric places are going to charge your security deposit. I think every time it was $150. Once you narrow it down to like your top 5, you need to start asking the more specific questions like, what are you doing? Ace, what are you doing? Yeah, that's when you start asking those questions like, do you need renter's insurance to live here? How much is it for a dog? How much is it for a cat? Like, you know, stuff like that. That's the places you can go and start looking at, like, during the day and the night. Like, you know, top 5 is when you start doing all that extra stuff. A little hint for people that are moving out of their parents' house. Moving in after the first of the month will make your rent cheaper for the first of the month. So basically your moving fee for your rent will be cheaper. So basically say like your rent is $800 and you move in on the 15th instead of the 1st, your rent will be like $455 something, basically, because you're moving in like mid-month. So now on to tip number 4. So basically you need to begin applying. So once you've narrowed everything down, so say, you know, you had your top 5 and one of the top 5s didn't cut it because the neighborhood was too ratchet. One of the top 5s didn't cut it because you didn't meet the income requirement, it was too high. Another one didn't allow dogs, so you know, you got a dog and you just wasn't with none of that. So now you got your 2 last apartments. Now it's totally up to you if you want to keep it to 2. I always just settle for 1. I don't think I've ever applied for 2 apartments at the same time. Oh, yes, I did. I did. But yeah, I did. Basically, when you pay your application fee, it's non-refundable. Most application fees charge from like $15 to $100. It was some places here in Atlanta. It was this one place, and it wanted $100 for an application fee. Like, what? No. But make sure that your pay stubs are ready once you begin applying, because they want them right then and there. You need to make sure your pay stubs are applying. If those apartments are in high demand, you want to have your stuff ready to go, because them apartments will go fast. Some places have a wait list and everything. So check your move-in date. Some places will let you know off rip, like, okay, we don't have anything available until such and such. So yeah, just let them know, like, I'm looking to move in this, that, and the third. You can start looking far, like, not, I wouldn't say far back, because some places aren't, like, you know, if you start looking in June and you want to move in October, like, they can be like, girl, we don't know what our apartment's gonna be looking like in that many months. So I would say give it like a month, 2, 3 months in advance of you look, like, you know, beginning your search and moving in. Once you applied everything and you giving them everything and you checked out everything, you know, then the waiting game begins. You have to just wait and see. Usually it takes about 2 to 3 days to hear back from an apartment. Is it 2 to 3 days? It might be 2 weeks. I don't remember if it's 2 to 3 days or 2 weeks, honestly. or maybe a week. I don't know, because they have to run a background check, they have to run an income check, make sure that your job is like real type of thing. They really do call your job. They have to like call your references. Some places do ask for references. If you have previous apartments, they have to call that as well. Some places make you get a guarantor if you don't make enough money, or if you don't have any credit. If you don't have any credit, they may ask for a guarantor. Some places don't even offer a guarantor if you don't have any credit. So, you know, those are just questions that you need to ask. Again, questions, ask questions. Those are just questions that you need to ask when you are applying for the apartment. Ask them like, okay, so if I don't have any credit, do y'all go based off of income, or do y'all go based off of credit? If you go based off of both and I don't have any credit, can I get a guarantor? If they say no, that's your top 5, you need to cancel it off. Then you find out if you've been approved. They'll call you or they'll email you your approval, and they'll let you know what you need to move in. So that's like a welcome packet. Some places will give you cute little like goodie bags or something like that. So the welcome packet will tell you, okay, for your move-in date of such and such, you'll need this amount of money, right? So that's when you get your savings together. Even your savings should be good at that point. Do not begin applying until you have your savings right, okay? So within that 3 months of you getting your money right, of like you searching for the apartment, that's like a 2-3 month gap to you moving in. So you need to get your funds right before then, okay? Most places are gonna say we need to verify that you have gas and electric already installed or set up. And when you call the gas and electric place and you get that set up, they'll send you an email and a reference number, so that when you get to your apartment, you can just give them the reference number or forward them the email so they can have a copy of it. If you need renter's insurance, you're going to do the exact same thing for that as well. Send them that, or they can fax it to them. All right, so you've been approved and you move in 2 weeks, and it's just almost that time. So this is what you're going to need. So basically, tip number 5, when you're beginning to move, you need a bunch of stuff, okay? So basically, you're, again, back to this list, y'all. I'm an organizer, so lists are like my thing. So you're going to need a book, and you're going to need a book list to make your list. So you're going to need to know how much the moving truck is going to be, and this is basically what the savings is as well. So when I said don't just base your savings off of the rent, you need to base it around everything, especially if you're doing everything on your own. So you need to base it around everything. So you need to add in the cost of the moving truck. You need to factor in if you're going to need new stuff, like you need a new bed, you need a couch. I bought my first couch, and it was like, I was so happy. I get it when you're first moving out and stuff. You just want everything to be perfect. But like, girl, it's going to be perfect. Just give yourself time. Don't rush yourself, okay? Do not rush yourself, please. Other things that you'll need. So this is just like things that you'll need when you're moving in. And I know this is going to sound crazy because it's like, girl, like what? Listen, when I got my first apartment, I forgot to buy a tissue. And I'm just like, damn, like, bitch, forgot tissue. So things that you need to buy, you need a broom, you need a mop. My mom always told me, like, when you first move in somewhere, just like sweep it down, mop it down, wipe it down, because you don't know what people was doing before they got up in here. Even though they're supposed to clean it before you move in, just be extra sanitary. Like, F that. Forks and knives. Tell y'all how mad I used to get when I would like buy food. I would buy groceries before I bought like forks and plates and shit, and I would just be like, now bitch, how'd you finna eat this? Soap, washcloths, towels. You need a plunger. I remember I didn't buy a plunger, and I'm like, damn, son, I ain't have a plunger. Lamps and light bulbs if necessary. Shower curtains. If you never bought a shower curtain before in your life, you need 2. You need the plastic clear one, and then you need the cloth one or the regular other one. It's 2 of them. Tip number 6 is then to begin setting up and calling everybody. So basically, you'll set up and call your moving truck people. You'll set up and call the BG or the gas and electric people, so they know when to cut your gas and electric on. You can start calling Comcast so they know when to come out, because y'all know if Comcast, you can call Comcast Monday, they're not going to be coming out until 2 weeks later Monday. So I advise y'all to call Comcast as soon as possible. As soon as you get that address and that move-in date, call them, okay? Because Comcast takes forever and it's so annoying. Tip number 7 is to begin changing your addresses. I don't know about y'all, but A lot of my addresses, a lot of my mail still goes to my mom's house. Like my college stuff still goes to my mom's house because I move around a lot. So a lot of my mail still goes to my mom's house because she's gonna be there. You know, that's her house. So I know that she's gonna be there. I may move, but she's gonna be there. But a lot of stuff, like when I get my packages from influencer, you know, like your Amazon, make sure you like switch that. Make sure you just change your addresses. And then tip number 8 is basically to move in, unpack, and enjoy your new apartment. You're all alone, so be careful, be safe, be aware of your surroundings and everything. Like, you really need to know, like, you know, who's around you, like get to know your neighbors and everything, because that's really important. Don't go telling everybody that you live by yourself, because people out here are creeps. So just be careful. With that being said, good luck on y'all move. Congratulations on taking that big step. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them down below, or you can go ahead and when you follow me on my Instagram or my Twitter, you can ask me questions and I will definitely answer them. I always respond back to y'all. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, you need to just go ahead and subscribe and click that little notification button next to it so you can be updated on all my videos, and I'll see y'all in my next